What do we think the Achilles heel is with New England and wide receivers? Because you kind of take the inventory. It's like they have had, obviously Wes Welker's a huge hit, but they have had some big swings to the bat, and they have not had a lot of success.
Yeah, their draft picks since 2010 at receiver, I'm just looking at it here. N'Keal Harry, Braxton Berrios, Devin Lucien, Malcolm Mitchell, which I'd say was good before the injury, but Jeremy Gallon, Aaron Dobson, Josh Boyce, Jeremy Ebert, and Taylor Price. Like, none of those are hits.
Yeah, I'll say this, though. Harry is going to be a player, man. I've watched this guy play since he was like a freshman in high school. He's a great athlete, man. And I think if he could just stay healthy, which is, weird because he's never really been injured prior to now. But I think if he stays healthy, man, he's going to end up being good, man. I mean, but, I think that when you have a quarterback, man, and Tom Brady, he was able to mask a lot of their deficiencies, man, in several ways. Because clearly they've made some mistakes in the front office as far as drafting and trades. But again, I think that they having the ability to have Tom and be able to consistently win is mask a lot of issues.
Yeah, Kyle, I think to answer your question, because I think you're kind of going with is the reason why the Patriots are kind of drafting these specific receivers because they want them to fit a certain role in their offense and not necessarily kind of tailor their offense towards a receiver. And I do think that's part of it. I think Coach McDaniels and Coach Belichick, they have an idea of what the player they want and how they can fit in the offense. But at the same time, it's like that they just didn't fit with the Patriots. They just weren't good players as coming out in general. So I think it's, I hate to say it, but I think it's just kind of misfortune and luck in a lot of these situations where at the end of the day, the receivers they're drafting just aren't any good. And then again with their free agent signings, I mean, Antonio Brown was going to work out for them if his off the field issues didn't come back to haunt them. Like his first game back, he got a touchdown. Like he was going to be a good player for them. So I think this conversation might be a little different if Antonio Brown's history, the off the field stuff didn't come back.
So I think about, their general philosophy. They do so much drafting by volume, right? And it's the more bullets you have in the chamber, the more opportunities you have, the more swings of the bat. When law of averages works its way around, you're going to get more results because you have more cracks at it than other teams. And that's how you can kind of take in stride drafting Sony Michel 31 overall or drafting Jordan Richards in the second round in 2015 because you have so many swings of the bat, you end up landing guys like Joe Thuney in the third round. And later in that same draft, you get Camus Grugier-Hill and Elandon Roberts. And just the volume approach, I mean, the last 2 years alone, they've made, 24 picks?
I'll add that, in that system, I mean, it's not only about drafting like the best player. It's about drafting the best player that fits their program as far as character goes. I mean, so there are great players who may have evaluated higher than certain players who may not have been able to fit and be able to survive in that culture. So I think that goes into it, as well.